So hi everybody, I'm in London tonight. I'm at Waitress. So Waitress is a new Broadway musical which has just come over from New York. I've seen it in New York actually a couple of times, so very interested to see what the Broadway cast is. As you can see, it's Saturday night here, it's very busy, so I'm not going to spend too much time out tonight. Waitress is written by Grammy award-winning and Tony nominated Sarah Bareilles. People might know her from Love Song, lots of music, a song called Brave. Waitress is a movie which has been remade into a musical, including, so she's written the score for that. It's had a very good run in New York. Over here we've got a brand new cast in it, including Catherine McPhee, who some of you might know from Smash. Now I'm going to go in before I get run over. We will give you some more updates inside when we see you, and tell you more about the show and whether it's worth a watch. That's Waitress at the Adelphi Theatre, London's West End. So I've just found a little comments board inside the theatre, what people have thought of the show, very cleverly, all on check pads, as you can see here. So I've got a few people here. Dear cast of Waitress, wow, I've genuinely never seen anything so incredible. Best show ever. I'm actually trying to look for something. It was all baked in a beautiful pie. Amazing show, love Louise. You made me cry, so much talent. So it looks like this could be good. Oh look, I love Smash. There's a big campaign at the moment for Smash coming back, so maybe here somebody, this is going to be the start of something. So many emotions. I might write one after, or I might just send this everybody over. Hi, so we've just come out of Waitress, and I was a little bit unsure whether it was going to be as memorable or as good as it was in New York. Well, my first feelings are, I don't think I've ever seen a cast perform it as well as I've just seen. The cast are absolutely stunning. The show is in fabulous shape. It's definitely something the West End hasn't seen before, by means of structure and by means of music. Absolutely fabulous. I'm going to give you a full report later when we get back. My first thoughts, this is going to be another 5 stars. So a few more first thoughts while we walk back to the car. Firstly, Catherine McPhee, who plays Jenna, my God, she has an absolutely amazing voice. It's the best I've ever heard it sung. She's also, I doubted her initially as an actress before going into the show, but my God, she slayed it, absolutely brilliant. She Used to Be Mine, which is a song at the 11th hour, got a standing ovation in the middle of the show. Laura Baldwin, who plays Dawn, funny, perky, clever, witty, again had the big heart enough for the show. And Marisha Wallace, who plays Becky, absolutely wonderful. You might have seen her in Dreamgirls, and looked like she really understood the character and the piece. It's an all-female creative team, including an MD tonight as well, which was very interesting, and I think it just brings a freshness to the West End that we haven't seen before. I mean, Catherine McPhee's soul and heart in this show is beautiful. The guys are good too. David Hunter, excellent as Dr. Pomatter. Jack McBree, who I've not seen before, but from 30 Rock, absolutely wonderful as Ogie. I mean, if you want to know how to steal a scene, watch him. Wonderful in both parts. Let's taste more later. Morning, I'm back from London this morning, and as you saw last night, we were at Waitress at the Adelphi Theatre. So I give you a bit of a overview about Waitress. What did we think? I was a bit worried that having been to see it a couple of times in New York, I'd feel a little bit like, oh, okay, I've seen it all before. Absolutely wrong. I have to be honest. I think this is the best version of the show I've ever seen. Now, I have seen it twice in New York, including the original cast, but I thought that the production at the Adelphi, which is an absolute carbon copy of the Broadway production, had a passion, a life, a vitality, a warmth, a heart that I always struggle to find a little bit in the US production. Now, that's not to say the US production was poor, because it was very, very good, and obviously it's had a very good run, but I was just really blown away by the way that they portray the show and the heart for it. Firstly, let's talk about some of the people in it. So firstly, Catherine McPhee is absolutely stunning in the role. She's the best Jenna I've seen. Vocally, she's beautiful. She absolutely stopped the show with She Used to Be Mine, which is one of the songs that happens near the end of the show. It is she is full of heart, full of life, full of vitality, and I really cared about her as in the character. Superbly backed up with Marisha Wallace as Becky and Laura Baldwin as Dawn. Now, both of those girls, they don't get an incredible amount to do, but once they got unleashed on their big songs, they were absolutely wonderful. They were funny, and I actually thought that the three of them together really were honest, true as friends, and that was really important for the show. I also talk about some of the guys in the show. Now, a little bit of the problem with the show for me, and I guess this is maybe from a male perspective, is I do think, now I completely get it, I love the fact that there's a female MD, I love the fact that it's the first time in the West End this is a all female creative team. I love that. Now, Sarah Bareilles' music is absolutely tremendous. Anybody who knows her back catalogue will know that these songs are bouncy, full, passionate, lovely, and managed to cross musical theatre with contemporary, which is something we've not really seen much in London lately. So I actually would, her score is absolutely to die for. Funnily enough, she's also on the show. Anyway, back to my point. My point is they do manage to make all of the men in this show violent, aggressive, or stupid. Now, I know in the past, when that's been done with female characters, there's been a bit of an uproar around, oh, this is portraying. So, it is a little bit of a men-bashing show. Now, that's not to say I can sit there and not enjoy it and not... I just felt that, not all men are idiots, not all men are terrible, not all men are vile, and they get a bad rap in this show. So be aware of that. It's a feminist show, but it is absolutely full-hearted and beautiful. The production is lovely. It looks like there's been a ton of money spent on it, as did the New York company. It is quirky, it is fresh, it is original, and it is really, really funny. Now, it's one of these shows, and people are saying this a lot at the moment about shows. It's like, oh, it breaks your heart and then puts it back together again. So I'm not going to be cliche and say that stuff. I guess I've already said it, but but it is a show that you can, you do sit there, you are laughing. It is lovable. You do fall in love with the characters, and you do feel that it is something that you fall in love with, but it's also very sad in places as well. And I would probably say as well, it's very kind of life affirming in the way that it's empowering people to take their life with two hands and live it, and don't accept second best. So that's something that we could all do with hearing. I absolutely love the idea of these pie metaphors. So when you go into the auditorium, the whole place smells like apple pie, so you're in a diner. And the idea of the way that life is a slice of pie is a really great metaphor, which they use through the show quite a lot. Fabulous on stage band, fabulous ensemble. I have to say, choreography, absolutely weird and beautiful. It is well thought out. They almost move and dance without you knowing, which is, go and see it, you'll see. Jack McBrayer and David Hunter, great in the male roles. David Hunter's Dr. Pomatters is just the right amount of awkward, sings beautifully, acts fantastically, and actually gives sympathy to probably what could be a little bit of a uncomfortable character. And Jack McBrayer's Ogie, is a lesson in how to steal a show. He doesn't get much, but what he does get, he rips up and tears out. So overall, go and see Waitress. It's at the Adelphi Theatre in London. It has an open-ended run. I would absolutely give it 4.5 stars. If I was female, I would be giving it 5 stars and running around cheering about the show. I absolutely love the show. I absolutely adore it. I think it's funny. I think it's heartwarming. I think it's needed at the moment. I think it is innovative. I think it's funny, clever. Go and see it, Waitress. Now, if you do like Waitress and you're a big fan of Waitress, please do subscribe to this channel, because we're going to be doing a couple of things coming up soon which might give you an opportunity to win a few bits and pieces to do with the show. And we're going to also be covering something else about the show quite soon as well. So please do subscribe below to be in a chance to get involved with those things. And obviously, as always, before the curtain comes down today, please do the usual for me. Please like us on Facebook and Instagram, and follow us on Twitter. On Twitter, it is Adam Amdram Adam on Facebook and Instagram. Also, please subscribe. Now, you may see the subscribers are leaping up, which is really great. I've only been going a couple of months, so please keep subscribing. Some giveaways coming up, some competitions, some interviews coming up, and lots more reviews. Go to the theatre, people. You'll love it. You'll love Waitress. 4.5 stars. I look forward to seeing you on the aisles real soon. See ya for now.